Good afternoon, Mr. Trivedi. Thank you for joining the session.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you.
Sir, wait a minute. Give me a 5 minute for appeal.
Achha. Tell me when to start.
Sir, now we can start.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, students. Thank you for joining in for another session. Today we have another guest speaker. He is Mr. Vinayk Trivedi. He is the Rooms Division Manager of Courtyard by Marriott Ahmedabad. And Mr. Trivedi is basically from Udaipur, Rajasthan. And he has an experience of 12 years and he started from Uday Villas and worked with the Leela Palace, Starwood Hotels, Hyatt Hotels and Marriott Hotels. And now he's been working for the last 2 years with Courtyard by Marriott Ahmedabad as the Rooms Division Manager. So well, let's all welcome Mr. Vinayk Trivedi. Mr. Trivedi, the session is yours.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you for the brief. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. As said, my name is Vinayk Trivedi. I'm basically from Udaipur. I have started with the Oberoi Uday Villas after completing my Food Craft Institute. So I have done 1.5 year hotel management course, which is in a front office only. And then got an opportunity to work with the Oberoi as my first job. And then later on, I moved to a Leela Palace and worked with the Marriott and Hyatt and different brands. Currently, as you all know that I hope everyone is safe at home. We are going with a very, very difficult situation at the moment. And I hope everyone is safe at home. And I hope that we will come out soon from this situation and we'll be back on our normal life. I will start with the session asking, I know that you all are in a 3rd year and already have exposure in the different area of the section in the hospitality industry. I know that it is very, this industry is very, very difficult industry in sense of the work time, but it is most beautiful industry which we gonna work for our entire life. I think 2 years back you might do not know that you would be doing the hotel management course and which will be with you for the entire life. But however, you have chosen this beautiful course and then now focusing more on your career, which will lead you to your entire life, which will be more related to discussed with you and related to your parents, family, and everyone, which will be discussed later. My specialization in rooms division, I handles the front office, housekeeping, and the spa. Front office is more about the guest handling. It is more about the dealing with customers. There are different sections which we gonna put in, wherein we have a different section of billing, check-in, check-out, more of personalization service, what guests needs in the hotel, and in and around in the city. So it is more about guest customer focus. We are the front of the face. Rooms is more of making ready, cleanliness, hygiene, and I think in this current situation, I think housekeeping plays a very, very vital role in everyone's life ensuring the hygiene and the cleanliness and the safety of our customers is being maintained. I know that you guys are very, very lucky with studying in one of the best institute, and also you have a faculty who can give you a better guidance in terms of the career, the focus, the study, in terms of what you really need to focus on. As I mentioned, that this is very, very difficult industry in terms of it asks you a lot of your personal times, where you need to focus what is your lifetime goal, what you really wanted to achieve, and where you really wanted to, and how fast you wanted to achieve your goals. But however, at the same time, this industry is very, very rewarding industry. If I talk about rewarding, means there are a lot of us who would like to travel, who would like to eat food, who like to meet and greet and speak to different kind of people. I think this industry will give you this exposure wherein you can have blessed with very, very good food. You will be able to travel in case you are in an airline, or you go in a once you go up ladder, you will be able to travel around. There's a lot of chance which you get to meet people, know different countries, people know their everything about their cultures and everything. This industry will also give you and make you as a person, which I think the other industry will not. Hotel management is the course which will prepare you as a person who can handle anything, anywhere, anytime. If I'll put you in a different, or the knowledge which you do not have, if I'll put you in a sales and marketing, or if I'll put you in some sector which you do not have a knowledge, I think we as a hotelier are being prepared to handle any kind of a situation anywhere. We are being more confident, so it will build up your more confident in you, so you would be able to face any kind of a situation, challenges, experience which you get in your future or current life. There's no fixed work which we do in a hotel industry, that if I'll prepare myself that what gonna do I have to do tomorrow, the same schedule we would not be able to follow. There's a new situation, new task, new opportunities, new kind of the experience which you get, and which makes you build up and gives you so much of confidence that as a person you would be able to handle. Today, I know that you are in a college. You know that what's gonna happen tomorrow when I go to a hotel industry, how I gonna work, how my campus will go, which hotel I will go. So there's a lot of questions which you have currently in your mind. But I know that once you get into the campus, I think the more important in your selection is your attitude. I know that aptitude is important, but in a hospitality industry, is your attitude is more important, which will drive your career very, very fast on the peak which you really wanted to do. If I talk about the attitude, means it relate to your how hungry you are to reach on the position which you really wanted to achieve. In case few of you are interested in culinary, few of you interested in front office, housekeeping, sales and marketing, HR, how badly you really wanted to know this course which you are currently doing for 3 years, and then it will take you a practical life in a hotel, airline, or other sector of the tourism industry, wherein you would be able to face the challenges. Today, you might have a lot of questions with regards to how I gonna do the work in the industry, that मेरे को क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है, कैसे होगा. But I'm sure that as soon as you join the industry, I think you would be prepared mentally and physically that bring it on, get me anything I can do. That's what the hospitality sector is all about. It is more of rewarding. which will give you more of confidence as a person. I think you would be able to manage thousands of crores of business as a hotel or a airlines would be able to, and one of you will might go tomorrow on a very, very high position and go to your college and give the same kind of a speech which we normally talk about and share your experience. I think the most important thing, the decision which you have taken, it is very, very difficult situation because after 12th, few of us might do not know that we will do a hotel management. But we have taken a very, very difficult decision for our life that the rest of my life I'm gonna do this. I request that please put your everything in this course, and I think this course will give you a great achievements in your career. Hospitality is more about institute, wherein you know that what my guest want. This is non-logic course. There should not be any logic, which normally other 1 + 1 2 example, we should not put any logic. It is more about our intuitiveness, wherein we have to focus what my guest needs, what the other person is thinking about. If the guest is coming from outside, you need to ensure and understand his need, that should I pour him a water? Should I give him a cold towel? It is more about proactively going and anticipating the guest needs. Once you will understand this, I think it is a most easier industry and most, I think what I say, it is most easy industry which you feel. Work will be very, very easy for you. It will initially ask for you a lot of time, wherein how much time you put, how much efforts you put in this, you will be able to grow very, very fast and you will achieve the goal which you have. But for this, you need to be very, very focused. This is very, very serious decision, as I mentioned. So it's better to be very, very serious when we do this course, when we discuss the lecturers, when they give colleges speech, the lectures, and I think they gives you more guidance because they are more experienced in this. I think they will give you more guidance in terms of how you need to build a career. As soon as you come to the hotel, I think we are the people who will give you a more bright picture of how the practical life in a hotel or a hospitality works. I know that this college for 3 years is very, very fun loving. You will enjoy with your friends, you will discuss, enjoy in a different section. There's a lot of learning. I think you will be cherishing this for your entire life. And you will remember once you'll come in an industry, I think you will remember that I have done this in my college. So please enjoy your current phase which you are going through. However, as soon as, and please focus on your goal which you have set for yourself. As soon as you will achieve your placement and go to an industry on a different section, please put your everything which you really have. Initially, if you have put your hard work, passion, and your dedication to this field which you have select, I think you will be able to grow very, very fast. This industry is, as I said, very, very easy industry. You do not have to put any logic there. It is all about the customer focus. It is how we drive. When I started my career, I do not have anything knowledge about the hotel management. We do not have any colleges in Udaipur. Apart from there's a food craft institute. I think you are lucky that you have a great college and a faculty here. There was nobody. I was the first person who has done the hotel management cast. So it was very, very difficult for me to join the hotel industry. As soon as I came, I put everything. So I used to study every day because I am from a Hindi medium college, Hindi medium school. So I was very, very weak in English when I started. I think I have put a lot of my efforts and efficiency in terms of my improving my communication skills, improving my knowledge in terms of uh, the hospitality sector. I was very focused. My major focus when I decided that I need to be selected in the best hospitality sector. I think we need to be come on a top wherein it comes to a campus. I think there are a lot of colleges, lot of institution which comes to your college for a campus. A lot of sector, airlines, hotels, travel industry, everyone comes. I think you have great opportunity to make your career in a best industries. It's only need a right attitude and the focus which you really have made, which will take you to your goal. I think as a campus, as I mentioned, the attitude is more important. Once you get selected, uh, please give your 100% in time to your career and the division which you choose. When it learn new things, learning has to be keep going always, because the hotel management course does not mean that you have learned everything. This is give you a brief and the knowledge of the sector which you're going to take. But however, as soon as you go to an industry, your learning always keep improving, which will brings you a lot of knowledge in terms of how you really want to deal with the things. It gives you a self-confidence, but ultimately it is in your hand how you really wanted to shape your career. This is a profession which you have chosen uh, for yourself for the rest of your life. And profession, because I'm saying profession because this is a professional course which you all are doing currently, and it will give you a road which will make your future. It will give you a lot of knowledge in terms of how this industry works and how you really wanted to shape your career. So when I started, I have came to Oberoi. There was a very difficult time, as I have mentioned initially, because it was, but I was ready for it because the my faculties and the course which I have done, they made me ready to face the challenges which I have. I was doing almost of 10 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours and more than that every day to ensure that there is a learning every single day. I have finished the my 1.5 year tenure with Oberoi and then moved to a Leela. It was a pre-opening. So every time you need to keep your updating with the new system, new technology, customers, languages, in and around. You need to ensure that you move up the ladder in terms of your growth pattern. This is very important for all of you. I think you're going to have a campus in next year or most probably this year, uh, which is, I think, vital part in your career, which will shape your career where you really wanted to drive your entire life. And I think this career will be remembered by you, your family, your mother and father, because you have taken this decision to grow in this industry. I think it is very important we focus more on how we really wanted our career to groom in this field. As far as if I talk about the hotel in terms of the front office and the rooms division, it is a collective efforts from both the departments. As soon as the guest comes and do a check-in in the hotel, the front office will ensure that the rooms is ready for them. Housekeeping makes the room clean with proper hygiene, safety procedures. The clean room has been given to a guest upon check-in, and then guests being escorted by the guest relations. So there's a different department in the front office section. It is called guest relation, who deals with guest queries, handles, needs. So anticipate their needs, what they really want, and then obviously ensure that their stay goes comfortably. So there are very two important part in the front office and the hotel operation. One is the warm welcome. and fond farewell. So any customer who is coming to you has to be a welcome in a very, very proper way with a smile, great. So it should feel like home. And during the stay, obviously, every one of us who will put a lot of efforts to ensure that the guest stay goes fine. He enjoys your stay. Uh, and fond farewell when he departs from the hotel. I think he has very good memory which he can take from our place and go back home. So it creates a loyalty for the customer who comes to your hotel, because next time when he really wanted to look for Ahmedabad, obviously he will look for your hotel, because all of us who are in the industry who touch base with the customer and ensure that his every single needs has been fulfilled and he feels home away from home. So this is a very, very important. If I talk about the loyalty, I think every one of us are loyal to some product. Uh, might we use in a daily. Might be somebody's pizza lover who loves pizza for some brand, who loves something to shop, so who prefers the same brand of clothes to wear. So we have some loyalty with every single brand because we like to wear them. It is more of our comfort, correct? So in a hospitality industry, the loyalty is very, very important, which we create for a guest. So there are a lot of loyalty program which works in a hospitality industry. Airline has a miles program. Travel agency has a different program. Hotel industry has a loyalty program wherein we gives the points and the miles to a guest when they can uh, see this, utilize these points when they travel to airlines. When they come back to this, they can redeem the points in the stay with us. So it creates a more of a loyalty. If I talk about Marriott is the largest hotel chain in the world. We are 7,200 plus hotels uh, all over the globe, with the largest number of members enrolled in the loyalty program. 3 years back, we have acquired Starwood in a Marriott and became the largest hotel industry chain. And there are a total of 30 brands if you see in a Marriott. In Ahmedabad only, we are total of 5 hotels currently running under the umbrella of Marriott. So there is a Renaissance, there is a Fairfield, there is a Loft, there is another Courtyard which is coming in. So there is a lot of opportunity. If you see, there's a lot of opportunity and demand in this industry for all of us. So once you pass your colleges, there's a lot of, so everybody is ready to take all of you and welcome you in the industry. It's the only thing which is required is your passion and the focus which you keep for yourself, and how badly and hungry you really wanted to grow yourself. Airline has a lot of demand. Hotel has a lot of demand. Tourism sector has a lot of demand in terms of the people. Every year, there are a lot of hotels which get open. There's a lot of new talent which we require to ensure that they grow up. And obviously, after 2 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you will also become a leader in the hotels or any tourism sector which you choose. It is very, very important for you to understand the sector and the field which you choose. As I have said, few of you might be interested in culinary, few of you might be interested in sales and marketing, few of you would be in HR. There would be a different area which you choose. It has a different knowledge and the skills which is being required and the exposure which is being required. So as soon as I think all of you have been to hotels or other sectors for your cross exposure, which the college has sent you, you have seen the outer part of the hotel industry wherein you've been asked to work in a different area, front office, housekeeping, F&B, food and beverage, or a kitchen or a banquet. There's a lot of demand which has been there in this sector as of now. When you start, you will obviously start with the level of an associate. As soon as you have an exposure, understanding of that area, you will move the ladder and you will become a supervisor and an executive, and then you will become the manager, managing the new talent which comes from industry. You will drive them, you will teach them. So you are the future leaders of this industry. I think you should focus more so you can ensure that you be able to train your new generation which comes in, give them a more confidence in terms of making their career and the future in this industry. Hotel is more about running. So there is a major revenue which we makes in the hotel industry, which is more about the room selling and the banquet functions, or the food and beverage outlets which we run the restaurant. So there are four core areas which is there in the hotel industry. There's a front office, there's a room housekeeping, there is a food and beverage which has a culinary and which has the service. So in these four areas, there's a different work which are being divided in terms of managing a different section. If I talk about the front office, there's a four section which we run in a front office, which has your reception, which is your cashiering, who greet and meet the guest, handles check-in, check-out, billing. There's another section which calls the concierge, wherein any guest has any requirement with regards to their travel, with regards to booking tickets, with regards to local travel, with regards to anything which they need in the hotel or outside in the city, they can contact the concierge. There's another called Service Express or At Your Service, which is your one-touch telephonic button, wherein the guest can call from anywhere, either internal or external, the calls being answered by only one person. So guests don't have to call and then approach the different people in a different area to fulfill his request. Guest can call only one number and his request being fulfilled. So this is the new initiative which came earlier. It was earlier that we used to transfer the calls in each department. Now it is a one-touch button. It is to facilitate the guest's request. And also nowadays, there is a lot of technology which is coming in, and obviously in this current situation which we are facing as of now, which is COVID-19, I think the mobile check-in and mobile checkout and the mobile key, these are the three areas which our hotels and everybody is focused on, which we do not have to touch anything. It is more of a technology which brings a guest for a smooth stay without touching anything with a safety procedure. So if the guest comes to the hotel, he do not have to come to a reception. Yes, I can see Utkarsh who has.
Yes, before the students start asking the question, Utkarsh, I'm sorry, we'll come to you. We have the front office faculty here and director, sir. First, let's start with them and then we can slowly go to the students. If you have any question.
I guess sir yeah.
Okay, Bhagashree, just one question from my side. I mean, not one question, I have a number of questions, but I'll let you people handle it. One question is that the students, this is just a basic question, is that the students have now just, they're in the induction process, during the induction process and of third year, and they have just started third year, and they will be starting to select their specialization. Okay. Now, you as the front office manager or rooms division manager, what would be your advice to the students who aspire to work in the rooms division, what sort of an attribute would they be looking at themselves? Because we have told them that it is a time to reflect.
Correct.
So what sort of attribute should they be looking into themselves to decide, yes, I am the right person for rooms division, and I want to take that as a specialization. So what is your advice to them?
Yes, thank you. It was really nice question. I think the front office is, it is called that it is the face of the hotel. I think any guest who comes to the hotel will be always, first interaction is with the front office member who stay at the reception. The person who has a flair in him of more of talkative, who love to talk with guests, who wanted to present himself as a face of the hotel, who's very punctual and focused, and who really wanted to explore things, because the front office is the area wherein only your communication skill, your basically needs, understanding the guest needs and understanding of people is very important. So when you choose your team as a front office, you should be able and you should have that flair that I would like to explore the opportunity to create something great as soon as the guest comes into the hotel. I really wanted to go extra mile to create an experience for a guest. So something, a creation which you really wanted to create for a guest, make other person happy. If you have that feeling, I really, as a guest relation, you need to do a lot of things to create a memorable experience for a guest. As a receptionist, you need to do a lot of things to create an experience which guest brings a memory from your hotel to his home. He will able to talk more about you as a person, that I met this person in this hotel and he is a beautiful, he has created a memorable experience for me. So when you have all these things in yourself, I think you would be fit for a front office. And front office is the area which will brings you give an opportunity to explore everything. So if you are in a front office, I think you would be able to grab the knowledge of housekeeping. You would be able to know more about the food and beverage, because as I mentioned that one touch at your service or service excellence, you need to handle a food and beverage order as well. So you need to have basically skills to handle a food and beverage order. So front office is the area which combines everything in a different way, wherein you need to deal every section and get the knowledge and ensure that you deliver it to a customer. So I think front office is the hub, as you say, in the hotel industry, wherein the communication comes from a guest and it will be diverted to a different section in kitchen or F&B or in a housekeeping or a sales and marketing. So front office is a hub, you can say.
Thank you, Vinayak, for answering that question. Next question can we take of Bhagyashree ma'am?
Yes. Hi, Mr. Vinayak. This is
Hi.
Bhagyashree, front office faculty over here.
Hi.
I almost, what I want to ask you have added a bit. Like when students select as a front office as a major department, as a specialization, what they do, they neglect other departments. So what
Correct.
advice you would like to give to our students that since now one touch is the one concept, but what other things they should focus to crack the interviews and to get easily selected in front office? Because many times students just focus on terminology, nothing else apart.
Okay.
So please suggest us so that students work better or improve something into front office, so will help them in future.
Correct. So as you have said that students normally focus on one stream wherein their interest is. Few focus in the front office, few focus on a food and beverage, a few focus on a kitchen only. But I think as a college, in 3 years, we understand all the different areas we go through all. I think not today, but in the future, as soon as the associate comes to the hotel and start working, they feel that they are lacking in some area. So for us as a front office that works in a hotel, it is more important for me, because front office anyways I'm learning and it is my area of interest. What is my comfort? This is my comfort zone, front offices. but my comfort zone, which is food and beverage, because I need to have a food and beverage knowledge. I need to have a housekeeping knowledge. It really gives me a confidence to grow myself as fast as I really wanted to grow. Because if I become, after down the line 5 years, 6 years, I'll become a front office manager. After front office manager, if I really wanted to grow myself or become a director of operation or become a director of rooms, I need to have a knowledge of housekeeping. I need to have a knowledge of food and beverage more in a detail. So for a hotel operation, it is more important that we focus on every section. It is not only related to front office, because that's your focus area. Please focus 100% there, but do not leave other areas like a housekeeping or a food and beverage or a kitchen. Ensure that we keep focusing. There are a lot of videos nowadays, because it is more of technology which has come in. I suggest and urge students, there are a lot of faculties and there are a lot of videos and a lot of chefs who normally put their videos online, which gives you more of bigger picture of a hotel industry or airline industry or a travel industry, which you understand that how the bigger picture. We normally think on a low picture that I will crack the interview on the campus and then I'll get selected in a front office. But once you'll go in a front office, obviously you need to evolve yourself in terms of how fast you really wanted to capture the learning which your supervisor or an executive is giving you. Because normally when you come to a hotel industry, obviously everyone look for the sharp and the best students. How is your catching power? As soon as you show the supervisor that no sir, I have that hunger to grow myself in this industry and I am made for this industry, I think this industry is made for you guys. I think you are the person who will grow very, very fast in a very less span of time. I think down the line 4-5 years you will see yourself as a front office manager or a housekeeping manager or a executive chef or a shoe chef. So this is very, very important.
Thank you, Vinayak, for the broader perspective. Hopefully this will help our students.
Thank you.
Yes, Utkarsh, you can proceed. What you want to ask to sir?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, my question is that how front office department can help to grow in the aviation industry? Like in what ways a person can make his career by choosing front office department in aviation industry?
Okay. So I think as soon as you get through to a front office after your campus, because nowadays the aviation normally as soon as you go for an interview, they ask you, do you have any hotel exposure? Do you? It will always be an add-on. As soon as you go to a hotel, it will add on to your resume as that I have a 6 months or a 1 year experience in the hotel industry. So it will gives you a exposure initial level that how you really wanted to deal with a customer as soon as the guest comes, what guest needs, how need to pamper a guest, how need to create an experience. All the industries are similar in a hospitality. The way of working is little different. Airline will always focus, it's the same kind of service industry. In airline also, you go, you need to ensure that the guests are comfortable, you need to inform them about the safety and procedures as soon as you start the briefing of all the guests who sits in the flight. Then you will start with, as soon as the flights start, then there's an announcement and then you serve them snacks and food and beverage there. So it is more about the service industry, which is almost similar. Hotel industry will give you a little bit of more advantage as soon as you wanted to move further in the aviation industry. It will give you a little bit of confidence. So as soon as you go in the aviation, you would be able to handle the customer. You would be able to handle their problems, their solution, their ensure that their flights goes comfort. There's a lot of smiles and warm welcome, fond farewell. Obviously, they'll become loyal to you. There's a loyalty program again there in the aviation industry, which gives the miles to. So it is more of all attached to together. It's the same kind of hospitality service industry, but front office will give you more a step ahead to your aviation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. If we have Meet who wants to ask a question, Meet, if you can ask a question to sir.
Good afternoon, sir. This is
Good afternoon.
Meet, you need to unmute yourself. Meet, you need to unmute yourself.
okay.
Can't hear.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, my name is Meet. I want to pursue my majors department in front office.
Okay.
So after my degree, which option will be best for me? That to get a good job in India, or should I go for further education in abroad?
Uh, I think you are already doing a degree course, correct? It is,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I think in a hospitality industry, it is 3 years will give you a brief of all the areas. You can start the career now because if, as I have said, I have started with 1.5 year diploma when I started my career. Then I joined the industry. Then I got the exposure from Oberoi's how to start, because this is your theory life, and then obviously as soon as you go to an industry, you will get a practical life. There is a lot of course which you, in case you are really interested in, obviously, because as I mentioned, the learning should not stop. You should start focusing more on a distance learning. There are a lot of courses which and colleges do a distance learning. If you really wanted to pursue MBA in hospitality management, you can do a bachelor in, because bachelor is you already doing BTS, because I have done bachelor in tourism study when I have done a 1.5 year course along with my working. I was doing a 3 years graduation course, and obviously you can do a MTS, which is Master in Tourism Administrative. So there are a lot of courses which is nowadays there. After this, you can start your career, and then obviously you can go further and further in the study, and then evolve yourself and learn more.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you so
Trivedi,
much,
for
sir.
answering that also. Anyone else has a question to ask? Please, we have the opportunity today. We don't have this opportunity every day. You will see us every day, but you will not see Mr. Trivedi with us here. So, student, if you have any question, please ask. Or Director Sir or Bhagyashri ma'am, anyone.
While the students are thinking about the questions, I've got another question. That is, Vinayak, how much has technology evolved in the hotel industry, especially in the front office?
Front office, sir, there's a lot of technical which we use. As I mentioned, that nowadays the technology is coming more, and there's a lot of things which we evolve to ensure that the guest has a smooth experience in the hotel. If I talk about the mobile check-in and check-out and the mobile key. Mobile check-in, before the guest comes to the hotel, he can do a check-in himself at the hotel. As soon as you do a mobile check-in, the hotel front office will get the notification that this guest will check in at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock according to his arrival time. Front office will ensure that they complete his check-in formalities. In case it is a loyalty member and it is your repeat guest, obviously it can be a very, very smooth check-in. Adding to that, there's a mobile key which has come in now in a play, wherein the guest should not have a physical key. As soon as guest opt for a mobile check-in, he will get his room number on his app on the mobile, that his 614 has been allocated to this guest. Guest can directly open the lock with his mobile through his QR code, which is being sent directly to his mobile. So there is no requirement of a physical key which he need to come to the reception, collect the key and go to the room.
That means the guest interaction is very less now in the front office.
Yes, so it would be lesser. It is not less interaction, because there are a lot of department areas which is, again, it is only to facilitate the guest in terms of coming to a reception, sorry, doing a lot of reg card formalities, filling up the details and all that. So obviously there is more of a technology which has come in. It is to facilitate, to ensure that they come, take their key, go to the room. their ID will be obviously will be taken upon check-in. So there would be a little bit of interaction, but they do not need to carry the key along with them in terms of opening the door. So there would be obviously details will be verified, their payment has to be verified, and after that, as soon as they come, they get a room number on their mobile and they can open through a mobile the room lock.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Someone else has a question to ask. Mr. Trivedi, I would like to ask something, that what is Courtyard by Marriott is doing as per guest safety to run again after this COVID situation? Like, what are the precaution at the initial level that you are taking to ensure safety and security of your customers and everyone who visits you?
Correct. So I think this is, as I mentioned, that this is very, very difficult time and the situation which everyone, entire world is going through. And this situation, the COVID-19 will teach us to be more safe, hygiene, maintain everything with less interaction, maintain the distance between. As a hotel, as a Marriott, there is an initiative which we call We Care, wherein it is a guideline which has decided throughout the Marriott. As soon as guests will come to the hotel, there would be a proper temperature check upon his check-in. As soon as he comes in, there would be all the areas will have a proper sanitizer which will be kept. There would be a distance between the reception guest interaction, because reception counter has less than a 1 meter distance. So obviously there would be a distance which will be maintained. Less number of, so in case the guest wanted to make a payment, there would be a no touch credit card. So obviously guests can scan their card by their own, obviously can put the buttons, put the amount, and then so there would be a no touch. Every check-in which has happened, after that there would be a proper sanitization which will be done for the reception counter. Associate will be in a proper mask with gloves, and in terms of room I talk about, there would be a different kind of cloth which would be used in a room cleanliness. There are 20 points which we focus in the room in terms of, because housekeeping there's a lot of touch points. Suppose every guest will open the handle, every guest will touch the phone, every guest will open do the remote. So there are a lot of touch points which every guest after checkout we need to ensure that it has been properly sanitized and been issued to another guest. So there will be a lot of precaution which will be taken in terms of food and beverage as well, in terms of PPE kit, in terms of the sanitizing, in terms of receiving the vegetables, in terms of their processing, and everything will be more carefully will be handled in a different area. There would be a table will be in a distance, wherein the earlier, if you see in the go in a restaurant, there would be a table setup would be very, very close. There are 2-4 people. So there would be distance would be maintained. There would be a time slot will keep to ensure that there's not so much of rush in the restaurant, to ensure that there's everything which is there.
Thank you so much. And yes, safety is the only way forward.
Yes.
For safety and of course personal hygiene.
Obviously.
So thank you so much. We are at the end of this session, and it was a real pleasure having you. And thank you for addressing our students who have got the opportunity to hear it from the people who are there in the operation, who knows what is happening on the shop floor. So thank you. Director sir, you'd like to close?
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Trivedi, thank you very, very much for your presence today and for addressing the students, because we require more and more industry personalities to come and talk to the students to get the first-hand experience of what is there in the industry. Because this is the time when they need this experience, and this talk is very, very, very important. So we are once the lockdown is removed, we hope to meet each other face to face, and I will have the privilege of hosting you in the institute in the near future. So thank you once again, Mr. Trivedi. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was really nice and seeing you all. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. It was a pleasure to address the new generation, new leaders, future leaders who will come up from your colleges. And I think I would be more than happy to address, associate, and guide them for the future in case they require any assistance. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Good.